Hello, welcome back to another episode of Tony Climbs. Back climbing in the prow slash slab area for the first part of this episode, and then we're gonna go downstairs. And I will make a note at the beginning of this video here. The settings on my GoPro got messed up, so if you're wondering like why it looks so zoomed into the wall, I have to apologize because it was set as like at the standard non-wide angle lens or the minimum wide angle lens, one of the two, but it doesn't look very zoomed out or anything, so I have to apologize for that. But regardless, still went climbing today, still had a good time, so thought I would share my adventures. This green one here, nice and simple, up to the top. Did one like weird like stretch move, but I just missed a hold. Then this red climb here, nice and easy. Moved over to the other side. Stood up onto the volume right there. And then got my foot up. There's a nice big hold there. Got my foot up onto that hold you saw in the bottom left hand corner of the screen. And then I just matched onto it. This purple one, honestly, really fun climb. Pretty nice and easy here. Able to stand up on a little bit. And then I just had to make sure my feet were in a good spot here. So I got my right foot up onto the volume and I was able to step across, grab onto this hold here, kind of just slowly pull my body across. And I did like a little match here, reach over, get one hand up there, get the second hand up there. Feeling good about that one. And from here, trying to do this black climb. It was very muscly. I was trying to figure out exactly what I needed to do here. This seemed to be the best I was able to get. Trying to really like pull apart my hands here so I could like shift my body weight over, but I just unfortunately was not quite able to do that, so I gave up on that. Instead, went to go try this pink one. This pink one was very difficult. Gave it quite a few tries here, but in the end, it did feel doable. So starting off here, I'm just trying to figure out where I can put my hands and both my hands so I can get like a solid start on here. First try didn't really get anywhere with it, but the second try though, what I kind of realized is if I kind of do more like pulling action on the hold as opposed to like pushing up against it, that feels a lot better. And then using that, I'm able to grab that like intermediate hold there and get myself up here. This hold feels absolutely terrible. It scares the living daylights out of me. At this point I was, cursing at the climb and everything, saying like, I don't know why I would want to do this climb. This climb needs to go to hell and everything. And it was just like, I hate this climb. I still wanted to try it, obviously. And I was able to get up there a second time. This time though, I watched my friend Cooper do it, and he kind of just like pressed down on his hand and went for it. So that's what I was trying to do here. Again, I did not feel like I had the power here or the force, and I gave up on that pretty quick. Then after trying it that time, I tried to get my foot up again here. I slipped off of it and I was like, okay, let me give it another shot. I can do this. I think at this point I started to get like my shoulders started to get tired because it was like a lot of strength I was using there. And I wasn't really giving myself too much of a break, so ended up kind of getting some bad attempts at the end here. But I had two solid good attempts in the middle. This one almost got up there and then I slipped off, but oh well. Gonna go back and try that one again. But on to other different ones here. We got this purple climb. Now some of these climbs I feel like I've done already, so I apologize if they're not all new. But this climb I'm pretty sure is not new. Or I'm pretty sure is new. I apologize. And this one, honestly, relatively straightforward. The hardest part was like some weird hand-foot movement stuff, but other than that, it was pretty easy. This green one I think's a solid green climb. Not a whole lot to say about it here. Kind of just using that big hold, which I don't even know if it's really necessary. Get my hand up there, and then I swing up to the top, and I'm able to match onto this. These climbs in the middle were kind of just me trying to not get bored down here. Just like keep my body moving, not get cold or anything. So I tried these here. They're all pretty fine climbs, you know, solid. I mean, they're not like that's super interesting to me because they're on the easier side of my skill range, which is all totally fine. Keeps the body warm for sure. Able to do this red one here, felt good about that. And then moved on to this green one here. And I would do this green and red one back to back, just like in immediate succession. Green one, I'm pretty sure I've done both these climbs previously. This green one felt super easy. I was just able to reach the top after a couple moves. And then I went quickly along to this red one here. Got that right hand up and just matched onto this. Take a few steps up, and then I was able to reach the top. Very similar to the green one. Now onto some more interesting climbs here. We have this black climb where I am... This is my first ever attempt. I saw a couple people try this climb. I don't know if I saw anyone complete it. I actually really like this start that I did here. Get that foot up while I was still holding onto it. That felt really good. Swing up. Nice grab onto that there. Pull myself up. Push myself up. And then here I'm like getting my foot onto a foothold. You'll see it kind of right there. And here I'm trying to figure out exactly what I need to do. I need to bump my right foot higher on the volume down there, but I was not able to. So you see, I'll point it out right here. So that hold that I hit with my left hand, I need that hold to, I need to get my foot onto there. So this one I did a little different. I didn't get my foot up as soon as I swung across, so I kind of swung and almost like fell off of it, but that's okay. Made some adjustments, kept on, and then here I do get my foot up high. I grab onto the top, but I just don't trust it. I was like relying too much on my left hand to hold myself up there, and I wasn't trusting the foot at all. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna bail on this one, and then give it another try another day here. Then we have this purple one, which honestly really solid difficulty for a purple climb. I actually really much enjoyed this. Get this foot up onto that and bump that right hand up. There's a foot out right below those yellow holds, and then I was able to reach up to the rail here, match onto that. Felt super solid. This last climb that I'm trying to finish off here is orange. And when I did the blue one last time, I don't know if this was set or I don't think I tried. I definitely haven't tried this one. And I don't know if it was set or not when I did the blue one last, but there I kind of just like fell out of, like, my foot fell out of the foothold and I fell off the wall there. But this second time here, I was paying much more attention to where my left foot was, because my left foot's kind of what's holding me in here. I'm really pressing hard into that foothold, able to grab onto that, and then it's just a small little jump up to there, get my foot in a good position, and I'm able to match onto it. Tail of the tape here. Overall, solid session. The two black climbs that I tried, the second one felt much more doable than the first, but that pink climb felt pretty doable as well. It's more of a mental game for me in with that one, but we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to keep trying that, but I might. We'll see. Overall, solid session. Happy to get back into climbing, hoping to be more consistent going on Mondays. Just was a little busy this Monday and wasn't feeling a whole 100%, so I was like, I'm going to take that Monday off. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and as always, keep on climbing.